I made a game where Mario literally beats the princess and the player has to kidnap her and beat Mario with these minions, all while trying not to get stomped on by Mario. The main hook of the game is that you are not playing as Mario. He's traversing the level just to get a hold of a princess, and in a sense, this is a second-person game because you are not playing as first person. Obviously, it's kind of like a third person, but it's actually a second-person game because you are controlling these folks that are at the level while the main character is just traversing the level. So the way you play is quite unusual. If you ever wanted to try a second-person game, this is your chance. To create this game, I had to design new characters. I started with this Gomba ghost character who was initially kinda useless. It could barely jump. With time, I replaced it with a Kirby-looking creature with some silly animations. Yeah, I'm kinda happy with the result. Then I designed a Koopa Troopa turtle, which ended up looking like a green polar man with a backpack. At least it can jump. And finally, I designed the only decent character that you control in this game. It's Boltar, a Wario-like version of the classic dinosaur turtle. I like how friendly it looks, and I have to say that I'm quite happy with his riding animation. And yeah, it's pretty fun to control him around and jump and dash and so on. To add a bit more life to the game, I added some cricket sounds. Okay, and various other sound effects and visual effects and minor adjustments here and there. Since a keyboard has way too many keys, I added a help tooltip that shows which keys to press. I also made an alternative version if you are playing with a controller. And the key takeaway of this game is to show how overpowered the main character is. It's really hard to take Mario down in this game. You feel just like a minion that gets crushed in any other game. The second key message is that people like to play as the bad guys, which is a bit disturbing, but not really a surprise. I mean, games like GTA are popular for a reason. At the end of the game, you're gonna come face to face with Mario in a boss fight where you're gonna have to run as if you were being chased by a killing machine. And if you're skilled enough to beat Mario, you're gonna have to deal with his brother next. Awful Mortal Bros is really available to play on itch.io, and you don't even have to download the game. The link is in the description and you should check the game out. Subscribe if you want to see what's next for this game, and see you next time.